I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. So finally we get to speak online.
Where are you?
Me in Nova Scotia, Canada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you
Cool.
got a guitar in hand?
Yeah, I do.
What are you working on today? Good.
My new album.
Oh, nice. So how's it going
Yeah,
in the wonderful world of Mitch Malloy? You must have been doing good. You're working hard as always did.
I'm working my ass off. I'm working harder than I ever did, I think.
Do you think it
Yeah,
comes in
I've
with,
been really.
Facebook and all that? They demand more today, because you got to keep so busy with it.
Yeah, it's uh it's a bit tough to manage it all, and I enlisted some help, so I have a manager now, but it's almost harder now because he's making. I mean, thankfully, he's making more stuff happen, and so because of that, I have more to do.
Wow.
Yeah,
And I
good.
mean, you're like just doing some great stuff. You just released some new YouTube footage, of live concert. Incredible sound quality you guys are delivering that night. Your voice too, by the way.
Thank
Like,
you, thank you.
like to produce good quality like that. Does it take a lot of mixing and mastering efforts? Because I mean, I see you're a mastering engineer as well.
Yeah, I'm a mix engineer primarily, but yeah, I'm a mastering engineer also. But yeah, I mixed that. So that was recorded, like they used to record the live albums. Um, that concert was recorded like that. So I was able to take it and actually mix it to make it sound like music.
Well, sounds good. You surely did the thing. Now you just got to get that promoted so that people can actually see it, which is the main thing today. Do you find it's harder to do that today because there's so much competition on this Facebook thing?
Um, I don't think it's harder. No, no. Yeah, I mean, now it's an even playing field, whereas before, like, if you got a major label, you at least had a shot, whereas nobody else really did.
Yeah.
Um, and now it's an even playing field. Some kid who's just starting has as much shot as I do. So I like that part of it. And I like the fact that what I was saying was I think it's cool because um, there's not as much of the forcing, like force feeding
Right.
from the majors and radio as we used to have because guess what? Nobody listens to the radio.
True.
So people get to choose what they want. And I think that's fantastic. It makes it harder for anybody to succeed because people are listening to so much different stuff. Before it was a business where they had to listen to the radio, they had to listen to those acts, and that was it. And now they can listen to whatever they want. So yeah, in that way, it does make it harder.
Hmm.
But I like it better because I don't like I don't like it when things are controlled by the man. I don't like it when things are controlled by a corporation. I don't think that's natural, and I don't think it's healthy, and it's imploded on itself, uh, which I think is good. I think it's good that the music industry has changed. I do.
And I see you're traveling a lot, Mitch. You're
Yeah,
always everywhere. So,
yeah, yeah. I'm actually probably more. I've been producing acts now in the studio, and so I've been home. 2015, I was pretty much home. I was here working, producing acts, and now I'm making my own record, which is fun. I just started like yesterday.
okay.
Uh, um, and at the end of 2016, I'll be traveling again, touring extensively, and then 2017, I'll be touring the whole year. So busy, yeah.
So this new album, is it like mostly songs you've written, years ago, or is it like totally brand new material?
It's mostly brand new material. Uh, I think I'm gonna put "It's the Right Time" on it,
Okay.
but I'll probably re-record it um, because that's Van Halen, so I can't really put that on my record. It's not. It's not me. I mean, it's me, but it's them.
Right.
So I'll re-record that. So that'd be the only old song. And I might put a new version of Anything at All as a bonus track on this record. I might. I haven't decided yet.
Well, you got to surprise the people and give them what they want as well at the same time, in a sense, you know.
Yeah, but it's mostly going to be new music. I think people are ready for a new rock record from me, so that's what, and I'm ready to do that now, so that's what I'm going to do.
Now, you know, we just rediscovered you. You know, a lot of people on the internet, you know, with "It's the Right Time." I mean, that's an incredible track, you know, and you hear the Van Halen parts of it, you know, which is very
Cool.
Van Halen, and you get your great voice on top of it. I mean, you've been rediscovered. I'm sure people are starting to look you up now, again, in a sense.
Yeah, and it's cool because a lot of people are discovering me for the first time as well, and you know, young people are discovering me for the first time, and you know, they like me. So fantastic. It's exciting.
And then they go and see Van Halen's Lost Boy documentary, you know.
Yeah, and they go, "Whoa, where's this guy come from?"
Wow, this guy, we've missed him all of our lives. But, you know, what do you think of the attention span, you know, of people today, you know, with their music? You know, is that gone totally the wrong direction?
I can't really answer that. I think attention span in general has gotten up in smoke because of the constant kind of blitzkrieg of information that we have coming at us, and everybody's on their phone, and the whole world is in your hand, in the palm of your hand. You have the entire world right there.
Yeah.
And that, I know for myself, has caused a horrible attention span. So if it's doing that to me, I'm sure it's doing it to everybody.
I'm sure it does, you know, and so you keep him busy, you know, and you're gonna tour in 2016 later on, maybe, in 2017. That's great, you know, and the people should be, you know, proud to see this happen.
Well, I'm proud to see it happen, and it's happening. It's not a maybe. The tour is booked. The first leg of the tour was announced this week, and it's the UK. We start with the UK, and then we move on from there.
Now, Mitch, let's say, you know, as a mastering engineer, you know, do you go with iPads and stuff like that as well, you know, to sometimes get a different vibe, or how do you go with this? Because today's, you know, gadgets are getting everywhere. How's it in the eyes of a, you know, producer or something?
I don't use an iPad to make records. No, not yet anyway.
But I'm sure you've seen some of the programs.
Yes, I have. But the software that I use is called Sequoia, and it's German-made software, and it's very, very expensive, and it is very, very good. And it's, to my, you know, just in my experience, it's the best software. I love it. So I don't kind of venture away from that very much. I've been on that for about 15 years.
Hmm. What type of instruments you're playing now? You know, endorsing anything for guitars?
The acoustic guitar that I play is called a Burkett. It's made in Elkin, North Carolina by Gray Burkett. And I've been playing his acoustics, wow, for probably almost 20 years now. And the electrics, I play Andersons,
Okay.
Tom Anderson guitars. He's one of my favorites. And I just recently started working with a company called Vintage out of England. And in fact, on the tour, we're going to be giving away one of their guitars as a contest to the fans. At the end of the tour, we'll give away a signed guitar.
Nice.
From Vintage. That's a great company. They're making, you know, kind of knockoffs of the classics, and they're really good, and they're really inexpensive. So I've been using those as well. Their bass is the bass that I use primarily on my records. I play bass too. People don't know that, but I play bass as well. And so yeah, it's primarily for electrics, Anderson and vintage, and for acoustic, it's briquettes.
Cool. Well, Mitch, I appreciate you taking the time in this interview, giving us a scoop of what's going on in your life nowadays, and it's excellent, and I'm very glad to see all the stuff you're posting on Facebook. It's good.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Well, you have a good one, and talk to you again in the future.
Okay, thanks, Jason.
You're very welcome.